School is awesome. Learning is awesome. It makes you feel proud of yourself. You know, you can say, I did this. And yes, it was hard, but I stood the test and I accomplished what I set out to do because that was what was put in my spirit. I wanted that bad. My name is Elliott, and 73 years old. I only went to elementary school, came out of school at 6th grade. Deep Creek Central Elementary, you know, my mom, we were staying in Chesapeake, and that was the last school I went to, and I had never been in a junior high school or high school. My parents moved around a lot. For some reason, I just got set back. It seemed like I kept getting further behind, and at 12 years old, I was 12 years old, what happened to me during that time was really not my fault. No one pushed you, you know, they said, go to school, you gotta go to school, you go to school, but no one pushed you to do better. If you fail something, talk to you and say, it's not over with, you know, just try again. And so doing that, I didn't even try to go back to school. I got married at 16. And so then being married, and that didn't work out, but I had kids, so I separated from that person and raised my kids, and they was going to school. They used to come home and say, Mama, help me with this or help me with that. I'm like, now wait a minute, what is this? You know, and so it just struck me, said, I need to go back to school. That was in the early 80s, like my son was 4 years old. By the time he got to kindergarten, that's when I came here to sign up to go to school myself. So that means I had free time. While they was in school, I could come to school, and by the time they get out of school, I'd be home. I got the classes behind me, took the test, missed it by 3 points. So I did not come back for a while. So I said, I'm gonna try it again. I did it again at Craddock High School, missed it by 3 points again. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So I just took a break, started to work and just living every day, you know, just living. But I always had it here in my spirit. I wanted an education because I did not get that. So I came back in during the pandemic and signed up, but they closed the school down, so everything started on the virtual, which I never did that. I never used a computer or any of that. I had to learn all of that stuff in my house by myself. And I did it and passed the first 3 subjects online with Miss Carol, and then once school back opened up for the GED program, I came back to finish off with the math. And I think I stayed here for like 3 years doing the math, because from 6th grade education, you know, I had never been taught what they're doing now. So it took me some time, and I didn't learn like everybody else did. So I got frustrated, I did, I wanted to quit, but I said, I can't do it, I've come too far. I wanted to wear that cap and gown. That was my focus, to walk across somebody's stage. And that was my motivation. It pushed me, it pushed me. I kept telling everybody I was gonna do it. Miss Graham said, Miss Elliott, don't give up. Just take it one more time. You don't have nothing to lose. So I did. So I took the test and I was leaving. I got in my car and I sit in my car and I'm like, I ain't taking this test no more. So my email, my phone beeped, and I looked at me, I cried. I sit in the parking lot. I was still in the parking lot. I was just crying because I did it. I did it. I kept saying, I did it. I did it. And I just cried and cried till I got myself together to leave the parking lot. And then, you know, I went and told everybody, I passed. And it was just so wonderful. Now I tell them, quick, I have an education. You can't say nothing to me. I can teach y'all something. And they get looking like, okay, we got you now, Miss Education. The day of graduation, I got out the car in the parking lot, I put my robe on, did not take it off till I got home that night after we went out to dinner and everything. My children would say, Mama, you was just glowing. You was all over everywhere. Everybody was talking to me. To have my kids there with me. I had great grandchildren with me to see me graduate. Oh my goodness. It was better than winning the lottery. It made me feel accomplished. It made me feel like I was somebody. That education made me feel worthy. The program is a wonderful program. I tell anybody, if you have it in your heart that you want to finish school, you can do it, because if anything you need here or anywhere, they'll give it to you. But you have to be willing to do the work. Can't nobody do it for you. You got to do it. You got to be faithful in what you're doing. And yes, it's going to be hard, but don't stop doing what you're doing. Just keep doing it.